Your favorite word?
Love.
Your least favorite word?
Devil.
What turns you on?
Perfume.
What turns you off?
Smell.
What profession other than yours would you like to attempt?
An actor.
What profession would you not like to do?
A miner.
What would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Welcome.
(1982), the death of Leonid Brezhnev, the leader of the Soviet Union for over 15 years. The country is still under the communist regime and behind the Iron Curtain. It's also the third year of the USSR's military campaign in Afghanistan. And the time of big changes is still to come. This was the moment when the young theater designer and fashion historian Alexandre Vasilev decided to leave the country and move to Paris.
This is a very ancient part of Moscow, where I actually grew up. The streets between Arbat and Prichistinka, just by the Pushkin Museum.
So this is your childhood?
Yes, and this is the school where I used to actually study.
But you didn't like school?
No, I didn't like it at all.
Alexandre Vasilev was 23 when he took his leave of the Soviet Union. He'd recently graduated from one of the best theater schools in the country and taken a job as a costume and set designer at the prestigious Moscow Dramatic Theatre. As a student, he'd won high praise as a gifted and promising artist.
So why did you decide to leave Russia?
I wanted to study. I wanted to learn what I've learned. I wanted to achieve what I have achieved. I wanted to see the world, which was absolutely impossible during the time of the communist rule.
How difficult was it to arrange for you to leave? Did the authorities let you go?
Absolutely impossible. I had to marry a French girl. This was the only way to leave Russia in '82.
Were you able to stay in touch with your family?
With difficulty. By phone, which was constantly taped by the KGB, and whenever I've been asking my mum a serious question, we've been cut. All the letters were open, they've been, of course, read, and there were even numbers printed inside of each envelope that it was written and read by a certain person who've been able to follow our correspondence.
Did you ever feel nostalgic about the places you grew up at once you left Russia?
Yes, I did. Though there were absolutely no chances for me to come back for a long period of time. This was the solution, to travel around and wandering to see the new places, discovering new cities, new architecture, new lifestyle. And I was able to return in Russia just in 1990. So it was 8 long years for me to live without the country. But then, you see, I did survive, and I came in force.
But for you, was it hard emotionally to leave your friends?
Absolutely,
family?
absolutely. But lots of my friends moved to the West as well. This was a hushed time in Russia, and many people were trying to escape or emigrate.
Why did you choose Paris?
I thought, and I still think, that this is the most influential fashion capital in the world.
How did you feel when you moved to France? Did you have any cultural shock?
Absolutely. I thought it was very decadent, because I've seen people kissing on the street. I've seen sex shops, lots of cars, lots of colors, and lots of light.
What was your first job in Paris?
Oh, the very silly one. When I arrived, I had very limited amount of money, so I've been able to spend it on my day things, and I had to find, and I found a job in a cafe. I had to wash dishes and prepare the blinis. It was so funny, but though I stayed there just 1 week.
Alexander didn't stay at that cafe long. In less than 2 weeks, he'd found his dream job. He began working as costume and set designer with some of the most celebrated opera and ballet companies, both in Paris and beyond. Eager to see the world, he also worked in neighboring countries like Belgium, Germany, Spain. And in just a few years, Alexandre Vasilev had built a successful career as one of the most in-demand theater designers in the world.